Okay, so welcome to your practice. We'll be focusing on moving with the intention of the awareness through the center body. So basically that's the axial skeleton, that which consists of the head, the spine and the pelvis. And we'll be looking mainly at how could it be to move through our practice thinking inside to out. So moving from the inner space, from the center part of the body, the core, the spine, and out to the extremities. And there'll be at times when we'll move the opposite way, out to in, when it's kind of appropriate. But for them, the main theme and focus of the class, the yoga movement class, will be embodying our axial skeleton. So head, spine, pelvis, and then the soft tissues would be like the muscles around the core. So with that in mind, come to lie down as I shift my focus a little bit. So come to lie down on your mats like this. So come to lie on your backs for today. Place your feet to the floor apart and let the arms float down by your sides. And you can gaze at a point on the ceiling or begin to close the eyes. So this is the moment of your practice where you arrive and settle into this time, into this space. So feeling safe, secure in your environment, feeling that bonding connection down into the floor and into the breath. So let's now focus, really light focus on the breath, your natural breath. Noticing the body move as you breathe, a gentle rising and falling of the navel, opening and then returning of the ribs, and a slight lifting and descending of the collarbones. Back of the head, shoulder blades, there's around the pelvis, the sacrum, the bottoms of your feet touching the floor, as well as the backs of your hands, elbows. And can you just this moment yield into the ground that holds you? Take a full breath in as and when you're ready. And give a full breath out. And open your eyes. And then from here, pop your knees into your chest. You can go one at a time. And lightly draw the thighs towards you as you lengthen or feel a sense of lengthening through the lower back, like your tail, as if you had a monkey's tail. It was reaching towards the top of your yoga mat or the front of your space, something like that. And then from here, slowly, as you exhale, let the feet descend to the floor, arms down to the sides, and then lengthen both your legs. And the feet can kind of slide along the mat. So you're in a Shavasana position. Receive a full breath in here. And then as you exhale, slide your feet up the mat. Knees come to chest, hands rest on the shins, and lift your head, neck, and shoulders. So you're making a tight little ball, and you can point the ankles, toes. Inhale at the top, and then let's exhale to slowly lower head, arms, and legs. So as we move through this flow, maybe twice more, exhale, feel as if it's the navel region that's drawing your limbs towards the center. So you're gathering everything to meet the middle. Inhale, and then exhale, releasing and unfolding. Inhale at the bottom, last time. Exhale from the navel. Can you feel as if it's your abdominals that are drawing the extremities in? Inhale at the top. And then exhale, slowly release. So it's a kind of a nice warming up through the center body as well. From here, roll over to one side. You can bring the opposite arm over the head. So you make a little fetal position. And then from the feet and hand, unroll. So you're kind of reversing the way you came in back to that Shavasana position. So other side. So curl over, arm reaches over the head, rest in a little fetal position. And then it's the leg and arm, the extremities that draw you back. Let's do that twice more. This time I want more focus through the side body. So as if it's the side waist that's kind of pulling you in. So first, squeeze a little bit through the side body, and it's that feeling that drags your extremities towards the center. Inhale. And then exhale. So let's use the exhale here as the transitioning breath. Inhale to pause, rest. Exhale, use the side body to curl you over to the side. Inhale in that fetal position, and then exhale from the limbs all the way back out. Good. Then from here, choose to roll to one side, push your hand down and come all the way up. And let's make our way now onto all fours. So shifting onto hands and onto feet. And then take your eye line, maybe just above your fingertips. You're making like a triangle with the eyes and hands on the mat. And let's feel into the bones of the body without moving. So can you feel your bones feeding down through the limbs into the ground? And there's a feeling of your spine, hair through to tail, suspended in space. And then we'll move through cat-cow, but thinking we're initiating the movement from the center of the body. So let's take an exhale, start to lift the navel, and it's like it's magnetizing your head, your crown, and your tail towards the center. Inhale, pause, and then let's use the exhale breath to return you back to center. Maybe a slight little cat's breath, lifting the chest tail. Inhale to pause into that space. Let's use the exhale breath to be the moving breath here. Inhale, really breathe into that space between the shoulder blades, and then exhale, return through neutral and into a slight little cat's breath. Lift tail, lift chest. Inhale here. And then exhale, navel flying up, and it's pulling your head and tail towards the center. And then let's slowly come back to the neutral position. Head and crown reaching gracefully in opposition. And then from here, let's send the left leg back. So your left leg, I'll shift forward a little bit. And then send the right hand forward. You can stay here or maybe float the leg and arm off the floor. And then let's exhale, bring the knee and the elbow towards each other and round the spine. So you're coming back into the center. And then inhale from the center, radiate outward. Twice more. Exhale. Can you find that drawing, gathering energy from the navel? And then inhale, extremities reaching. Last time, exhale. Watch that you're not dropping into that support shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. And then slowly lower the hand, foot down. And let's shift back in child's pose. Knees wide, flip the palms and rest your head down. Notice. And then hands and feet straight to the other side. So let's send the right leg and left arm forward, or just opposite arm to leg. Here is a really good place to be, like skimming the mat. It's quite lovely. Or, all being well, lift leg and arm. Inhale. Exhale, elbow and knee hugging towards the midline, round the spine. And then inhale, extremity radiating outward. Twice more, I think. Exhaling. Through mouth or nose, your choice. Inhaling, reach. Last time, exhaling, curling, lifting, rising. And then inhaling, really filling the space. Arms, leg down. Balasana, flip the palms. Rest. And then from here, bring the hands by your knees and slowly lift yourself up to sit upon your heels or in whatever manner feels comfortable for you. And then from here, let's take the interlace of the hands. Good. Let's round the spine. Good. Let's take an inhale here. So kind of changing the breath. So breathe into the back ribs. And then exhale, float the arms up. So it might be a reverse of the breath, like what you're used to. Good. And then inhale, round the spine. Breathe into the back body. And then exhale, lift up. Pause here and we'll find a twist. Let's inhale and then exhale, twisting over to your left say. If you do the other way, just remember before we do the other side. Inhale, slightly round the upper back. And then exhale, lift and twist. And while I'm doing this, I'm squeezing my thighs together as if I want to hold on to a 5-pound note on a windy day. And then slowly come together, back to center, and release the backs of the hands onto the thighs. And we'll reverse the breath. So change the grip of the hands. Let's exhale and focus more on scooping out the abdominals this time. And we'll use the inhale breath to lengthen as we descend the pelvis down. Exhale, more through the abdominals, rounding. Inhaling, grounding the seat, rising through the arms, top of the head. Last time, exhaling. And then inhaling. And we'll add the twist. So on your next inhale, allow the ribs to open wide. And then exhale, return to the opposite way. Squeeze the thighs as if you want to hold on to that 5-pound note. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, slight rounding through the upper back. Exhale, twist. Slowly unravel, release the arms, palms up if possible, and let the thighs soften. And then from here, let's glide the hands forward. And then from here, turn the palms down, shift forward. And as you move into down dog, can you feel as if as you shift your weight back and your knees lift, can you feel like you're pouring the weight of your spine between or through your legs, down into the feet, arms and hands? So finding your down dog, knees can be soft. And then let's lift the left leg up. 3-leg dog. Exhale, bring the knee towards the navel. And you can bring the shoulders above the wrists if that's a happy place for you today. And then inhale, return. Let's do that twice more. Exhale, knee dragging in. Can you be soft in the eyes? Inhale, lengthen. Let's use the exhale to draw the knee to the center and step through. So you're in a lunge. And then come all the way up. You can use your hands to support your ascent. So from here, let's straighten the front knee. And bend the front knee and back knee. One more time like that, just to feel the pattern of movement here. Good. And now we're going to embody that feeling of curling in and then reaching out. So from here, straighten. So you're going to lose my arms, but straighten your legs, arms over the head. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring the hands softly to the navel. Round forward, bend the knees. Maybe even let the head curl. And then inhale, send your fingertips skyward. I'm kind of reaching on a diagonal. Maybe even fly off the front heel. Exhale, Feel your arms and legs move towards the center body. Inhale, extremities reaching down and out, up and out, maybe fly off the front heel. This time, exhale, bend the knees, hands find the floor. Good, and you can point the back toes. And then shift forward and backward through the lunge. Yeah, so feeling into what kind of crescent moon lunge do you want to be in today? Higher, medium, or a bit lower? I'm going to go a bit lower. Good. Avoid tucking the tail. And then let's go reaching the arms out and up. So even though your feet are pressing down, your arms are reaching up, your chest is lifting, is there still a connection between your center, your solar plexus, your navel? And then exhale from the navel. Hands meet the ground. Shift back onto all fours. And then reach back. So here, this is kind of like almost like a falling half chaturanga. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. So slide up. For now, let's just breathe normally as we get the movement. So what's happening here is I'm lightly gliding my hands along the mat, shifting off my bum, and then finding a position where my shoulders come over wrists, my bum is in line with my knees, not sticking up. And then as I do an exhale here, a little chaturanga, half push up, and I push back. So as you do this, I'm going to go inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. But if you're not quite there yet to match the breath and you're still working out your kind of geography and geology of your positioning, let the breath just breathe. So the key is not to go too short. The key is not to go too long. So once you find out, this is where we start to build this sixth sense of proprioception of where we are in space. Let's do one more. Exhale. Actually, I lied. Let's come all the way to the belly this time. So as you're ready, take as long as you like, shifting down. Good. So from here, let's come onto our forearms. Let's do a Sphinx pose, I think. And then bring the tops of the feet down. And then what would it be like to press the thighs into the floor? Notice what happens as you press your tops of your thighs down. And then again, what would happen if you kind of lift the collarbones? Take a full breath in as and when you're ready. Give a full breath out. Good. And then let's bring the hands down by our sides. We'll do a variation of cobra or shalabhasana, should I say. So let's take an inhale breath to rise up and pause here. And I'm lifting my arms, lightly drawing my shoulder blades towards the center, but not over squeezing. No need for that. And then there's options to fly the legs off and like feel as if you're sort of pinned to the floor by your navel center as your extremities reach. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Let's bring the hands under the shoulders, push back up and take a moment in Balasana, your child's pose. And then slowly, hands by knees, come all the way up. Good, I'm gonna face you for this one. So here again, insert your £5 note. And then let's take the left arm up. So I'm mirroring, I believe, and lean over. Let's take an exhale. Inhale, feel like it's the rib cage that's lifting you up. Suspend, and then exhale over to the other side. So squeeze your thighs, inhale, slightly press, exhale, your shins to the floor. Inhale, so it feels like your pelvis down is kind of anchored, like the top half was the flower and the bottom half was the flower pot. Good, and then slowly come all the way back center once you feel even. Palms down or palms up, eyes soft. And then readiness to try it on the other side. So shifting the backs of the hands forward, pronate the palms down, so palms down, tuck toes, and pour your spine into the legs. So now it's the right leg up, isn't it? Inhale. So your choice to exhale, bring the knee only in, maybe forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming through center, hug in. Inhale, reach up. So this time, exhale, knee in and step through. And you can always lower the back knee down first to help you find the foot there. Hands to front thigh, rise up. Okay. Straighten both legs. Bend both legs or both knees, yeah? So same thing on this side. And I know balance can be an issue here, so do your best. So arms reach. You're going to lose my hands, but they're over their head. Straighten the knees. And then exhale. It's like your arms and legs are like puppets. You're like on strings, and the strings are being dragged towards your center. Maybe even let your head curl forward. And then inhale, straighten up like your puppeteer is bringing you back. Maybe lift off front heel. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, reaching out and up. Last time, I think. Exhale. Navel into out. And then inhale. Radiate. Exhale slowly. Everything comes to the floor. Point back toes. And then when you're ready, have that shifting, sensing. How do I need to be today? Every day different, isn't it? So you might be here, or a little bit lower. Yeah, and then cultivate this drawing in to then radiate up and out. So big expression. Full glorious breaths. And then slowly from the navel, hands down, swing the leg round. Shift back again. So these are those sort of falling chaturangas. So off you go. If you're feeling okay, you could even come off the hands and knees, the knees. I don't think you could do hands and knees, and then shift back. Yeah, so if you feel like your coordination is a-okay, you could do this. If we're feeling like today is just not the day for that exploration, let's stay on the knees. One or two more. So I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling, I'm inhaling. So we're using the floor as a surface to generate energy. Yeah, and then let's come all the way down. Sphinx pose. And hopefully it's just a little bit of fun as well. So from here, let's move into a plank, as a forearm plank. So exhale can be nice through the mouth here to kind of recruit some energy through the abdominals. Come onto the knees. Options to come off the knees. Inhale, exhale, lower the knees, and then snake your way down. Inhale to pause. Exhale to come off the knees or stay on the knees. Inhale on to your plank position. And then exhale to come down. Maybe twice more. So you're using the inhale as the arriving breath. And you're using the exhale to transition. That makes sense. And then when you're ready, come back into Sphinx. And then we'll find that variation of lotus. So inhaling, everything rising. Maybe taking hold of the ankles for bow pose. And then slowly, so just more of an experiment. We haven't done loads of work through the thighs. Slowly, hands underneath the shoulders. Lift up and back. Balasana. Resting. Let the forehead come down. Then from here, come into your down dog. So pouring weight through the arms and hands, legs and feet. And then walk the hands back. And slowly curl up. And stand for a moment. Good. So I'll shift my camera a wee bit so you can see more this standing. Okay. So from here, we'll just do a half sun salute, thinking, moving with the center body. So stand with your feet apart and I'll face you. Yeah. And then from here, so remind yourself, you might even maybe touch your head, touch the neck, maybe feel down the back and then into the sacrum, maybe even round the pelvis, round the tummy, up through the sternum into the collarbones, throat, neck, chin, jaw, face. So that's the area we're thinking about. Okay, arms down. Inhale, arms reach. So feeling, can you feel that touch still resonating? And then exhaling, can you support the spine as you lower? What do you need to do to help that to happen? Halfway lift, inhale. Lead with the crown without craning your neck. Exhale, return. And then inhale, arms out to the side, collect your spine, rise up. Let's go straight away again, exhaling. So I shift profile. So feeling all that space, that support through the center body. Inhaling, crown rising without craning the neck. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, really picturing your head, spine, tail as you rise up. Touch the palms. Exhale, hands drape, or your arms drape down by your sides. Good. So we'll move into a warrior 3 balance. So I would like you to pick whatever foot you want to balance on. So I'm going to balance on my right foot first. You can find the wall or sit down quickly and just give your foot a little massage. Maybe a little drum. Don't hurt yourself. Yeah, maybe the ankle and the lower limb. Scrunch the toes. Yeah. So we've got a little bit or a lot bit of sensory feedback down there. So there's your brain is going, okay, foot. So step the foot forward that you were touching. And this time, let's think about balancing, but leading from our extremities, like the arms and legs are the things that are going to keep the spine in that sort of capital T. So when you're ready, feel as if your foot or feet and arms are kind of, you're feeling like you're being supported in space almost. So my arms are kind of on a, I'm reaching to the corners of the room rather than straight ahead. I'm breathing naturally, as naturally as possible. And then slowly step back towards the back of your mat. And this one we'll do the same leg, but feel as if you're moving from the center body rather than the hands and feet. And notice internally if there's any difference. So now thinking more about the head and tail and the spine. So radiating in to out. How is that being felt in the body, the breath, the muscles, your ability to balance? And then slowly come back. Take your time. So internally, did there feel like there was a difference, a preference? And then we'll try the other side. So give the other foot a wiggle and a jiggle and a whatever you need to get your mind down to that area, especially if you've got cold feet. Yeah. So now we're thinking extremities that are going to lead the way. So send the opposite leg forward. So arms and legs. Breathing as naturally as you can. Just allow the breath to do its thing. And then when you're ready, slowly come back towards the back of your mat. So this time, thinking about the center body and do the same posture, Virabhadrasana 3. So thinking about head, spine, tail, the core body. Arms can be wherever they need to be. And then slowly come back when you're ready. Was there a preference or not? A difference or not? So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forward your way. Inhaling, lift the back of the head, neck vibrant. Yeah, and then exhale, let's pad the hands into a down dog. And then slowly lower the knees to the mat. And then I'm going to come to face you. Yeah, oh. So I'll do this now. Need like a camera person, don't I? So bring the feet in. I'll try not to disturb the mic. And you can touch your head to the knees, but again, I don't want to disturb the mic too much. And then send your heels out to the side. And this could be where you sit on something. And so we're in a straddle, but we're not thinking stretch. Arms out. And I'm like reaching to the corners of the room, top corners. And then dragging everything towards the center, back to the start position. Forehead to knees, if possible. And then let's use the exhale breath to transition us into straddle star. Let's call it straddle star. Inhale as you arrive. And then exhale, like the abdominals, without overdoing it, over tensing, drawing you in. Just an experiment. Inhale here to arrive. And then exhale, heels and fingers, your extremities reaching. Inhale again to fill the space. And then exhale, hugging everything back in towards the center. Good. And then let's come back to straddle. So we haven't worked a lot with the thighs out to the side. So you might feel a little tight. And then let's bring the hands forward, up on fingertips. And even if you can, to the floor, stay up for a minute. So walk the fingertips forward. So this is more about reconnecting to your sensory feedback. So as you bring the torso forwards, if I shift to the side, what moment do you feel a sense of stretch or a sensation that maybe you haven't named? And that's where I think we should stay for today. So yes, coming down is all well and good, but I want us to not really override this feedback. Like, okay, there's a sense here. It's not bad. It's not good. But maybe we could even question when we come to stretches, what is our intention? Why do we feel like we want to override this feedback? Why do we want to do more? So for today, let's do a bit less. And my ankles and feet are really relaxed, as best they can be. And slowly you can curl the pelvis under and roll up. Hug everything in and then come to your backs. So if you're happy to roll down through center, fair enough. If you prefer to roll to one side, hunky-dory as well. Okay. So let's lift our left leg up. And I'd love you to make clockwise circles. And if you're like me, who just don't really know what clockwise and anti-clockwise are, just go one way for a couple of times and then go the other way and see if you can keep the other knee still and steady. So you're kind of pressing that opposite foot down quite a bit. And then let the knee fold and the thigh come comfortably towards you. And exhale, lift everything while your head, neck, shoulders up. And I'm not pulling or pushing. I'm just landing. And then let's take a slow exhale. Just send the heel up and the arms and head down. Inhale here. Exhale, lifting and drawing in. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, release. We're using the exhale to transition, the inhale to arrive, let's say. Exhale, coming in. This time as an option, you can straighten the underneath leg, inhale at the top, and then exhale, lengthen both knees out. Let's do that twice more. Exhaling, everything coming back, but keep the foot to the floor. So you're slightly asymmetric. And then exhale again, everything lengthens. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, curling through center. Good, inhale, exhale, coming out. It's hard to talk about the breath when you're teaching. And then let's comfortable twist, so the knee falls over. You're gonna even reach the arm over the head and do a little curl. And a glide back. And then slowly feet back to the floor, other side. Oh yeah, so making circles one way, just feeling into the thigh, into the hip, the foot into the floor. A little radiance through the navel, keeping everything kind of tethered together. And then fold everything in. Inhale at the top. Exhale to transition. So keep that other foot on the floor for a minute. Inhale at the top. Exhale to fold. Inhale. And then you're welcome to lengthen everything out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try and keep the jaw as easy as possible. It's difficult. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more, I think. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If your breath is different, don't worry. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Bend the knee and find the twist. And you can do classic twist or join me in this kind of slippery, slidey, rolly, releasey breath. All the way back. So not holding anything for particularly a long time, just touching. Let's go feet to the floor. So this is the moment where you can come into your shavasana. So you might stay here in constructive rest. You might then lengthen the legs or bring a bolster underneath your knees. You might find a pillow under your head, socks on, jumper on. Yeah, so you do your thing, make yourself really warm. So it's like three kind of pillars, I think, especially of shavasana. Let's think safety, comfort, and a sense of bonding or connection. So safety, meaning, do you feel safe in the space you're in? And how could you feel safer? What could you do to feel safer? And I don't know what that is. And comfort. So once we feel safe, we organically feel comfortable or more comfortable. So what could you do to feel more comfort? Are you a bit cold? Do you need to warm up a bit? Because it's hard to be introspective when your mind is busy telling you how cold or how hot you are. So how could you feel more comfortable? And then once you've found safety and comfort, we start to slide and be held in this bonded state. So we're able now to receive maybe what I'm saying better. We're able to feel that connection between self and the ground. and your practice. So you start to feel like you can pay attention and connect the dots that much better when we feel safe and comfortable. So hopefully you're beginning to feel those things now. We won't be here for terribly long today. Just enough to seal the practice and for you to feel as if you've received the wholeness, the fullness of a practice. So, first beginning to observe the parts of your body in contact with the floor. And then sense the floor beneath you kind of spreading out in all directions, completely supporting your weight. And you could ask yourself an inner question, an inquiry of, can I let go my body weight a little bit more? That could be globally. Maybe you're noticing there's aspects of your body that are sort of kind of feel like they're lifted away from the floor. So can you, with your awareness, let those areas that feel slightly lifted to begin to drop, descend, and meet the ground, and then yield. And there might be areas of the physical body that are doing the lifting and holding, and you might have to repeat that awareness around the body of allowing, bringing attention to, and allowing things to settle, reminding your body, your mind, that you can be held by the floor now. So as you start to quieten down, we've moved from the doing of the practice to being, the body being breathed. No need to breathe in a particular way. No need to think a particular thought. No need to perform a pose or a movement in any particular way. How does it feel to be held so that you can just be? And without straining or trying too hard, and if you don't want to listen to my voice anymore, just let the words wash over you as you melt into your experience. Start to think or feel the impressions that have been left from your practice today. Has there been any discoveries? Has confusion arisen today? And usually there's a mixture of the two. And then let those thought processes dissolve. And begin to externalize your awareness by wiggling fingers and toes, rubbing the face, stretching the body. And in whatever way, journey, any direction feels appropriate, make your way up to a seated position and join me here. Resting your hands on your knees in whatever way, again, that seems to be a good fit for now. So before I leave you here, I think this could be, if you have the time and the want, this could be a wonderful time to journal your practice, to jot down any thoughts and feelings, or maybe you want to draw a picture or write a poem. Usually when we move in such a way, it sparks creativity, and creativity sparks introspection and all these wonderful things that us human beings are blessed with. So I'm really, in my own practice, beginning to pay more attention to that moment. And if I have the time, I will try to jot down my thoughts, feelings, or inspirations that came from my practice. And it doesn't need to make sense. It might make sense later. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed your practice, and I will see you in the next class. And do get in touch if there's any questions that crop up for you. And with great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Om.